everybody. Welcome into another Wednesday live webinar, live stream event, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be recording these videos from now on because I feel like recording it is so much easier. It helps me with my consistency and it makes me just more productive. As I speak right now, Bitcoin is heading up into the 95 or 96,000 level, which is a 61.8 rejection level. This will be a key level to watch in the intraday as Bitcoin continues to climb higher here. It is NVIDIA earnings day today, so good morning to all of you. Just wanted to come on here, give you guys a quick update and carry on with this. So Bitcoin rallying, broken out, going higher, 96 likely to be a potential rejection temporary, and then maybe a pullback, but then obviously ultimately we want to see this thing cross over 100,000, which is the psychological level. Now with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, they're both pretty much waiting for NVIDIA earnings at this point. We had a little bit of a pullback, I think a total of, I want to say, let me see, how many percent is this? We're about 1.6% from the highs. Nothing crazy, just a normal pullback. And to the peak, we probably got down to about 3%, which is not even a correction. That's just a pullback. Correction is going to be 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. And so what I do think here, though, is the S&P 500 is looking a bit weak. And a little reason behind the weakness here is a little bit of the VIX, expiry that's happening this week. There is a VIX event that will be happening on Friday where a bunch of expiries will be kind of that's rolling off basically, right? But also have a look at what some of the bigger players have been doing, right? So they're taking some upward strikes on VIX through spreads, 14, 16, 16, 50, 20, you can see those. And then you have December 24, November 24, you have an 18.28 call spread, you have a 16.17 put spread. This is on the R side, so this was also bought, but this is a $47.50 call spread. So there's a bunch of VIX orders here, which are quite interesting. You see even this one on the bid side, which was on the put side, so this is a sold put spread, and another one which is here, which we don't know exactly what is the breakdown of the trade. So as you can see, there is quite a fair bit of interest in the VIX right now, and the strikes are ranging between 30, 20, 45, 47. There's a bunch of different ones. And then on the S&P 500, if you look at some of the bigger trades that have been coming in, there are a bunch of strangles that have come in. You can see that. What's a strangle? Strangles when you bet both upside and downside at the same time, right? You also have a ratio put spread here. You have risk reversal trades. You have a strangle swap, another one, a put spread, once again on the R side. So a bunch of trades here, quite mixed bag. But the top of the main topic conversation for today is NVIDIA earnings, and that's going to likely push the market in either direction. S&P 500 will either pop up or continue to come further down, depending on how NVIDIA's earnings goes. If you look at NASDAQ, it is looking a little better, but once again, this is going to largely be determined by how NVIDIA performs. No update on small caps, no update on bonds. I've added my last tranche of bonds here. I've said this 3 times already, so I'm not going to update on that anymore. We'll be holding bonds for the foreseeable future. Now the VIX hitting between the 16, 17 level, but remember that has strikes all the way up here. People are betting all the way up here for the VIX right now. And semis as a sector bouncing a little bit. Let's see if that continues today. Utility sector, this is the sector that I called out potential bounce with the bullish engulfing candle on Monday, if you guys remember, right? And it's been moving nicely higher. And the stock to benefit from this would be NEE, right? China is pulled back into a dual zone, awaiting confirmation if it's going to go further higher. Uranium, which is the other trade from the utility sector, is also heading higher here. I might want to potentially take a long position in here. You can see a clear inverse head and shoulder being formed. And that would lead to a potential breakout from this zone and then a retest and much higher. So I'll be looking for a uranium potential long in the future. AMD is up slightly pre-market, and we'll likely see if it can break out. This once again, largely driven by NVIDIA, right? So not really that much to talk about here, apart from the fact that, you know, we'll see whether it breaks and holds above 140 or it rejects 140, and that's likely going to be determined by the post-market action. Coinbase, this is another one. Obviously, with Bitcoin rallying, Coinbase is likely to break out here again. And if it does break out here, then the next level for resistance is going to be firmly at around, I want to say there's a small mini resistance at around 350, 346 around here. And then the bigger one at around 380. Obviously, the 363, 365 level here will be another resistance. So you have a couple of different levels here, here, that will act as resistance on the way up. But this stock has gone absolutely bonkers, right? Watching Square for a potential breakout pullback. $93 or $94 bounce would be nice. PayPal for the $88 or $89 bounce would be nice. And Intel from the snipe list this week is looking nice. It rejected 25, came down. It's been hanging out around the 24. My plan was break 24, come back, reject 24, enter short. So we are kind of almost there, and I will update if I take a position on the Discord. Disney, you know, rallied up, gapped up, earnings really strong, and then now it's just hanging out here, which I think I'm anticipating a short pullback. TSM, we spoke about this being bearish, and it's taking a bit of time, but this is a good swing position if you want to play it, in my opinion. Okay. And then you have Affirm. This one's broken out pretty strongly, so I would keep an eye on this. If it can firmly break above 64 and continue higher, then, you know, the next resistance is going to be at $80. So there's still quite a fair bit of room here. And then lastly, I'll go through Tesla, since a lot of you asked. So far, came down, pulled liquidity, went back up here. And this now will be largely driven by how the market moves. So risk to reward ratio to the upside is terrible. Excuse me. The risk to reward ratio to the upside is terrible, but the risk to reward ratio to the downside will only get better as we head into 360. But if we break above 360 and form a, you know, a base at 360, then I'm inclined to go even higher here. So that's what I see things with Tesla. Keep it simple. 360 is the line in the sand. Come up here, reject or breakout, bounce, reject, fall back down, breakout, bounce, like that. So either way, this will work out. You just got to be patient, wait for the play to come to you. Don't try to anticipate it, just wait. Okay. And Amazon, last one. This chart doesn't look as great, but you know what? These deep pullbacks are possible and expected. And that's all I have for you guys today. So I hope you have a great trading session. Quick announcements. Number one, we are currently holding a 50% off discount for our Discord members. If you are interested in a membership, please reach out to me and DM me. And number two, I hope you have a great trading session. We are doing a 5K challenge, which currently is sitting at minus $49. It is a part of the Discord, but it's only offered to premium members. And there are a bunch of rules which you can see if you're a premium member. You can come in and read this. But essentially, you know, it's about having to deal with this account with patience. And so that's why it's called the 5K patience account. So if you want to join up, let me know, and we welcome you into our server. So have a great day, and we'll see you on the next stream. Peace.